Hello, mate.
Good day, sir. How we
How's
net?
your day?
Good, and you?
Not too bad, I suppose. Apart from I seem to be losing my voice at the moment.
Ah, just start?
Sorry, say again?
Did that just start for you, or?
Yeah, yeah. Last few hours. Probably all the swearing I've been doing this afternoon. What you been at today?
Just doing a little bit of cleaning up around the house and stuff, and sorting through. We're doing that back room, so we get shelves in there with stuff on them, and it's like sometimes you haven't touched that for a long time, so through it and heave some, pass some along, cleaned it up.
They do say if you haven't touched something in 6 months, then you don't need it.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
No, nor's my wife. Very difficult to get anything removed from this house.
Do we know if that little flat deck trailer we have, if you convert it to a log trailer, is it auto load for logs as well?
I don't know for sure, but I would have thought so.
I convert mine over. I've got this one here, but it's my little forest is on a bit of a hill, and the swing axle's not real nice for it. Let's do that tonight.
But John has gone back to bed.
He wasn't feeling good yesterday, he said.
Is he not?
No.
Yeah. Anything specific?
No, he posted there yesterday. I think he might have just been tired. He wasn't sleeping that great the other day. And I think that
Oh
just
dear.
may be catching up with him. I don't think he sleeps that
Just,
great most times to start with, but
no. It's yeah. Probably best if he doesn't come on if he's going to be very tired.
just hoping I'm going to sell this slurry pit at the farm. See if I can put it in and get it to reconnect. I did it in a test and I got it to work, so. quiet Sunday for you so far?
Yeah, it's been a nice quiet day.
You sent that other link or that updated. I'll have a look at that later. I didn't download it again.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't understand. I fixed it once, and then I thought, oh yeah, I started working on the vehicle shop area just for a change of scenery, and went back to the farm. I thought, oh, what the hell is going on here? Cow barn had disappeared again. Basically took pretty much most of the day to get the 2 cow barns fixed and working how I was supposed to.
That's why I'll never do modding, because I don't think I could ever have that patience.
I was talking to Brummy earlier on Discord, and last time I did any was 15. And it was so much easier looking back at it now compared to what they've done to it now.
Yeah.
Like chalk and cheese. Actually makes it very frustrating because you spend all this time doing stuff that used to take you like 5 minutes.
How they changed it.
Well, just placing buildings down was literally you found a building you like, you put it in the folder, you imported the i3D into the map, placed it, did a few bits and bobs, nothing too interesting, and that was it. Job done. But now everything has to be imported as a placeable or a prefab. And you need to touch placeables, I think, is minimum of 2 files, 2 XML files. You have to make sure the file path is pointing in the right direction. Then you have to go into the i3D file and make sure that everything's pointing in the right direction there. Then you have to create a special folder in the editor to put all these buildings and objects. And if you don't set that up correctly, nothing works. Can't help thinking Giants could do a lot to make the process less painful.
Yeah.
And another frustrating thing is when you're painting stuff on the ground textures or foliage, the jagged lines you see with the foliage and the paint?
Yes.
There's nothing you can do. Unless you're willing to make that entire map in Blender.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that last week, that Johnny was saying it.
Yeah. Because if you took your time on 15, you could blend pretty much any texture or any foliage and you would never see any joins. You wouldn't have jagged lines or anything like that. Yeah, it took a little bit of time. A little finessing, but it was very doable.
That didn't work well at all.
What happened?
Oh, I tried to replace the slurry pit, but it sunk it way in the ground. Balls. Did it in my test map, but...
When you open up the map, the cow barns When you spawn the animals in, you won't necessarily see them because they'll be out in the field.
Okay.
So the nav measure does go to the barns, but I haven't actually seen the cow come into the barn yet.
There we go. I wonder how Gizmo's feeling. I know he was down and out a little bit yesterday too, wasn't he?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Jesus.
Blimey.
Devil.
Yes.
What was
Hello,
you talking
Gizmo.
about? Was you talking about me then?
I was.
Oh, yeah.
I just finished saying I wonder how Gizmo's feeling because I thought he was down and out a little bit yesterday too. And
No. Johnny didn't. Johnny said he weren't playing yesterday.
oh, it was Friday. You were not feeling good.
Friday, I this cough just took on a new legion, and like it was so loud, and like he was coughing so much you could hardly breathe. You know, it was just crazy. So I just didn't bother coming on because the noise would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And these headphones switch off. These Bluetooth ones. So if you don't say nothing, they turn off, even though you're listening. You know.
Yeah, mine do that sometimes. Not all the time.
They just turn off if you're not talking on them, I suppose, every 10-15 minutes.
Okay. I got mine wired direct, looked like it plugged into the.
I'll leave it, and it's not too bad today.
That's good.
Weird. It's weird though. It was weird because like it just went from nothing to you just couldn't stop coughing. So how have we been? We had a good week.
Yeah. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
Good.
It was busy. Lots going on, but it's been all right. We've had a really easy weekend. We've done virtually fuck all, really, by our standards. Remember? last week, the plasterboard.
Yes.
It's about 35 styrene foam attached to the back of it. That's how the sheet must have arrived, and they seem to have glued it up using another polyurethane foam. So they've obviously sprayed like loads of lines of polystyrene foam on the back of it and then just plonked it on the wall and held it there.
Oh, okay.
So what I'd done exactly what I said last week. I got 2 bits of 12mm ply and 1 bit of 6 and glued them together and made 2 square like 5 by 6 inch plates, and I cut round marked it up on the board with a tape, cut it out with an angle grinder, and then put 4 screws in each corner of the thing, and it was just a couple of mil below the thing, so I could just float it over.
Oh, okay.
And that way I know it ain't coming up. And what I probably would have done was drilled a hole and put a spacer in, you know, like a tube.
Yeah.
So that the tube wouldn't drag it into the plasterboard. But by the time I realised it works for me, and it won't be coming down. It's only holding up the wet coats and the outside stuff. So how's your week been?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Straight ahead, not a whole lot.
Still knackered, is he?
What's that?
I say, do you reckon Johnny will be joining us, or is he still knackered?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think he was just tired out with the way it sounded, but yeah.
have we added mods?
He added the weight that I asked for. one mod. Wait. I like it because it's shorter. It gives you the weight, but it's tighter, so you're able to turn a little smaller in some spots.
Mate, yeah, that's fine. I ain't worried about that. It's just I was wondering why I couldn't get in. 3 mods. Oh, livestock transporter package, safety bumper, and a traction king.
Apart from the safety bumper, I don't know what the others are.
Yeah.
It's making me down.
You in the right one?
Installed on the server just to catch.
That's it. We're in. Yep, we're coming in.
It is an auto-load trailer. Bonus.
So you've been busy, Jamie?
Yeah, it's been steady. First week back to work there, so I was catching up on paperwork and all that.
Yeah, today I've had some good news today. I managed to get onto the website that does our payroll and everything. Their IT system is shite. This new place. I think they must be running XP or something. But turns out I'm owed 14 and a half days holiday. And you've got to take them by the end of January.
Oh,
So I think I'm only going to be working 2 days this week, and that'll be me done at the end of the month.
there you go.
Result. Yeah. I mean, 14 and a half days isn't quite right because it doesn't seem to have taken off the days that I've had off. But I haven't had that many. You know, I can only think of about 4 that I've had, which means I've still got 10 days left. Still should cause a lot of chaos at work because the managing the general manager and has gone away for 3 weeks, and he's from South Africa, so he's gone home. And the PM shift manager has gone away for 4 weeks. He's gone to India. So, yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, who allowed this? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Who allowed this to happen? And then their main man. Oh, I've got to do the scrumps, haven't I? We haven't done anything since last week, have we?
I think so.
I'll have to walk up to his thingy, will I? What am I going to do here? Start filling. Yep, and start overloading. Oh, this is clever stuff. He's got the tanker next to the tap, but parked at an angle where the back end of the tanker is touching the feed trough. So it's filling the tank as it's pumping it out the back.
Yeah, I did that on Corp Farms.
Yeah, clever. Actually empties slightly quicker than it fills, but it's doing the job.
Well, you actually got it simultaneously filling and emptying at the same time.
Yeah, well, if you fill the tanker, right, and start emptying it, then you can hit start filling, and it will fill at the same time. But it empties quicker than it fills. That's that done. Let's go and have a look, see what the cows need. That's the cow shed. The cow shed. So do it so. Now he's made me contractor. But does that mean to say that I can see what's going on? Doesn't look like it. So does that mean I'm going to have to just get a load of TMR and run into the stable with it?
Were they short on food?
Well, it's not telling me, Wonka. When I walk up to the building, I'm not getting anything. I've got no lights, you know, no what's it lights? Tip point lights, you know.
Okay, hang on, let me just what permissions he's given you.
So we have a mix here in the summer. Yeah, down this side.
Well, it looks like you should be able to see everything. You've got all the permissions are ticked, so
I'm not getting nothing. Weird. Sure, he said he had a mixer unit as well.
well, he's got plenty of bales.
Plenty of bales, but I'm sure he said you just throw them in this unit. Job done. But I can't see.
There's no mixer here.
I can't even see a mixing wagon. Or is it round here?
There's a big pile of manure inside the shed.
Yeah, I see that. No, it's not that.
Just bale straight in, see what happens.
I thought there might be a.
You're right
what
back,
you
guys.
mean? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What you think you're just gonna? Well, like I said, I can't see anything here to let me have the bale out.
Ah, there's a feed mixer here, look,
Where's that?
down here.
Ah,
Just need a tipper wagon.
that's all right then. So can you see what's in there? I can't.
What, in the mixer?
Yeah, it's not telling me what's in the mixer.
You might need to have a vehicle with a trailer on. I can see the cow barn info.
You can.
Yeah.
I can't. But you're standing there and you're getting the cow barn info.
Yeah.
Look,
But it's 96,000 of food out of 133.
right. There's nothing I've turned off, is there?
No, I don't think so. Nothing I can see.
No, there's nothing that I would have turned off in my
Ah, well, yeah, there might be. You have to have a look in your settings.
in my
There is-
settings that's stopping me seeing what he's got.
Yeah, or possibly anyway.
I'll have a look. Let's fill this baby up with gear. No, whatever it is, I am not getting. Wonka, you jump in it and see if you can get stuff out.
Hang on.
It's a Fent 9 series.
Did you press R?
Well, I pressed what I would normally press to load a trailer, but
Okay. Fill in it
do
now.
Won't do it for me. It's a nice pile in there, isn't it?
There you go. I'll probably keep them going for today.
It's tight down here, isn't it?
Little bit.
Oh no, I'm getting a tip for this. So something's right.
Back.
Welcome back, mate.
Hey, Ian. Ian says evening, gents.
Evening, Ian.
Ian. How you doing, mate? I took all of that, won't I? Certainly not letting me fill it up, so
Bit weird. Got Port Farm Manager access.
weird. It's like on this other map. I bought one of these big fold-out cedars, and I can't switch it on. Won't let me switch it on. So I had to go and buy a small cedar, run around the outside edge, and then the hire worker can operate it, but I can't. Weird. Try and get in the habit of leaving these vehicles in the fields.
That's what I do.
I can't remember what I was doing. Pardon me.
Ah, we got no dog either.
No dog.
Doc.
Doc. Oh right, yeah. Weird. Well, I can't see any bales anywhere, which is unusual. We couldn't see anything.
I'm good, Ian. Thank you. contracting we shall go.
Yep. How's your channel progressing, James?
Doc, not bad. I'm really not. I'm not doing much as far as the videos I was doing before. Just the live streams. Just don't have the time.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Thought I would be able to thing, but it's not as much the time playing. It's the time trying to edit and stick it together and do everything else too.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder where Farmer Klein gets the time. The amount of stuff he puts out.
Yeah.
With his Mac, with his Mac tours and all his live streaming. And I guess he must have got the hang of it. So I think that's all it is. It's just a matter of getting used to the procedures and all that.
Yeah, it's
well, video editing's very time consuming anyway, isn't it?
It can be. It
I'm
can
guessing
be.
it's like everything else though, if you get used to it. Once you get used to what you're doing, it's not too difficult. So I can't believe how quick the trees grow on this map.
Yeah.
We have got on this other map with this Spring Creek that we're playing. We must have gone through at least a year, and they're not even the height of these ones.
Hello, Doc.
Hello.
Hello, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
How you doing?
What is up, my homies?
It's all good, mate.
Grass is up and we're gonna cut it.
Yes.
Ugh, sounds like a personal problem.
Oh dear.
I don't have any grass that's up. All my grass is down.
Well, I had heard, yes.
A lot of mine needs fertiliser, I think.
Well, because your grass isn't tall enough or long enough.
Which is what we're going to be doing next.
Or dense enough.
How's your week been then, Doc?
Meh.
That good?
Very Johnny-like. Very Johnny-like.
Does that mean you've been sitting at home all day?
Yeah, sitting at home all day, cold, wet, windy, miserable.
But you've not had any work?
Can't work when it's 5 foot of snow.
Oh god.
Yeah, we don't have 5 foot of snow. We might have 5 inches, but the news is making it sound like we've never had this much snow in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so dumb because we've got a warm winter and we don't have a lot of snow like we normally do, so the little snowstorms we do get, they're blowing it way out of proportion.
Yeah.
They do over here all the time.
Sounds about like us, mate.
The next person that says unprecedented, I'm going to climb through the television and slap them. I am so tired of that word.
It was an unprecedented snowfall this morning.
Oh my lord! It's like nobody has any imagination or understand what unprecedented means. It just sounds sophisticated, so we keep using it.
Yeah.
Oh, drive me nuts.
I'm so glad I'm not the only person that thinks this.
We've become such a wimpy society. Like, oh,
Yep.
I mean, every little thing the government's got to tell us to, oh, it's too bad outside. Oh, don't go outside. Don't stay inside. Put your head in the shower for 10 minutes. And people will do it.
Yeah.
Got no brain cells at all. Well, the news said if I put my head in the shower for 10 minutes, it'll make the snow go away. Oh, it's ridiculous. Ever since COVID,
Yeah.
nobody has a brain anymore.
Oh,
You can't
no.
think for yourself.
No, you're not wrong there, Doc. Oh,
That
you're
is
not
so
wrong there.
very horribly true.
And the government has found out that they can just tell the people nonsense and they believe it.
Yep. Yeah, I certainly agree.
I mean, a year ago at Christmas, we did have an unprecedented, 50-year storm. And we did have 5
Yep.
foot of snow outside.
But we didn't have 5 foot, but we had a lot of snow last year, and it stayed. Normally we get snow and overnight it disappears, but the snow we had last year was here for the week, which is unusual.
Yeah, we get a lot of snow, but it doesn't typically build up. Get a couple weeks of cold, couple weeks of warm, couple weeks of cold. That's the actual.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was a kid. It used to get cold, stay cold, and you did end up with the 6-8 foot tall snowbanks on the sides of the roads and stuff like that. That was pretty common back then, but
Yeah.
we don't get those winters like we used to anymore.
No.
Once in a while, we get those blizzards that, but they're 1 in 20 years events. It's not.
Yeah.
Now we're running around rescheduling things, and we got 7 inches of snow.
Yeah.
They closed all this. I mean, even last year, they didn't initiate a travel ban in the blizzard with 5 foot of snow.
Right.
They didn't initiate these travel bans until it was too late.
You say travel
But
ban
now-
as in they will not let you travel, or
Yeah, you're not allowed on the roadway unless you're emergency personnel.
oh,
But
Oh, right, okay.
but do you know where that comes from, right? That comes from COVID, and that comes from the essential worker nonsense.
Ah, okay.
So you can be on the roadway if you're an essential worker.
Yeah. So yeah. Right.
So really,
So if you deliver food, you can go out.
yeah, it's so stupid.
If not, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, we've had travel bans before, but it's usually a travel ban because it's, people are getting stuck on the road because there's too much snow. Because you have one accident and you back up, 10 miles of roadway.
Yep.
And that's usually what happens.
Yep.
No, we had to rescue all these people last year. We don't want it to happen again. All right. Well, tell your people to stop being stupid.
To be honest, I quite like it when it snows because all the idiots stay at home.
Yeah, it always
but-
snows here,
They,
so.
they won't even come off their drive.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't have a place to put all this grass.
You don't have a place to put it.
I don't have a place to put it. I blanketed my silo last time in case I didn't make it.
Oh, yeah. Be prepared.
I thought I had a second silo, but apparently I don't. This building's not a silo.
Well, maybe you
Just
have to buy one. Doc.
It's just a shed. Oh. Crap. Now what do I do?
Buy one. But put it
I don't
down.
want to buy one. I can't. The council says I can't. It'll ruin the landscape. You know
It's
who's
Ireland, mate. They don't care.
Yeah, you know who's head of the council in Ireland?
No idea.
It's Wanko. He's head of the BallySprings Council. He'll just have me Sean Dillon, me banned. Change the password, not tell me. Won't let me
You'll
join.
get kneecapped.
Kneecapped? Hey, this ain't the mafia. What are you from Jersey?
Joyzy.
Yeah. The only place in the world where you don't wash things, you wash them. Oh, I'm gonna get kneecapped if I go and put down a silo.
It depends if oiled the machinery of commerce.
What do you mean? I gotta come over here and give you some cows or something, or is that too African? Like, I don't know. You don't accept cows?
No.
Oh, you do accept cows. Well, that's those monkeys. I don't really want to take out any of these sheds. I guess I don't have a choice here.
Can't you put it alongside somewhere? And most of the sheds I took out were the ones that you couldn't get into really easily.
Water tap. Yeah, let's sell that. I don't need a oh, I do need a water tap. Son of a. You know what I should do? Should put the water tap. Closer to the cows. No, that'd be cheating, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because that's what Scrump's done. You can fill up the trailer and empty it at the same time.
Well, just because somebody else cheated doesn't mean it's right.
Right, well, there you go.
Oh. I wish I could use that manure heap as a silo.
That's not necessarily cheating, I find.
Why?
You just had a very intelligent plumber.
Well, I can't get a silo that's small enough to fit where I need it to fit.
Can you not buy one that's got shed? Are they not smaller?
No, all these silage pits are too big to fit it where I want it. Storage, lots of storage. Oh, I want to put another silage shed there, but I just can't. Ooh, can be filled with chaff grass or hay. Small silo. Hey, look at that. Found one. Yeah.
I think we better send the old building inspector around to check it out.
What are you talking about?
There's been complaints.
Complaints about what? You won't even know that's a silo other than the tires sticking out of the ground.
Oh, that's good. It's one of them, is it?
Yeah, but it's small
That looks
enough. Small enough I could do something with it.
That looks pretty cool, actually.
Oh,
Which
you're
one have you
looking
got?
at. You see it in the shop there?
He's got the one with the tyres sticking out.
Oh, the field ones.
Yeah, the field ones. Which looks pretty good.
Yeah. That'll work. It's the right size. It fits what I needed it to do.
Yeah.
And I only had to get rid of one little building that I won't miss.
Yeah.
I don't know, this little silage pile might be a little too small. Yeah, I think this is too small.
Oh, really? After all that?
Yeah. I put one wagon load on it and it's half full.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll compress down a bit.
Probably, how many wagon loads you got then? Doc?
I don't know, probably 50.
Okay.
I've got 3/4 of my farm and grass on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. It looked better when I was placing it than it does now that I'm driving on it.
Yep.
Oh, it'll fit where that shed was. That's perfect.
Put another one in.
No, I deleted the shed and I put this in its place and it fit perfectly.
Right.
But it's pretty small. I never realized that. The chaff amount goes down when you're compacting it. Is that right?
Yeah, it does seem, yeah. Because that's what you're doing, isn't it? That's why you're driving on it.
No scrum?
No, he's on
Oh,
holiday 2 weeks.
yeah.
He's gone to
Yeah.
Austria skiing.
Yeah, that's right. He was on holiday. I forgot. I'm gonna just sell all this grass.
Wouldn't it? You'd be better off. I don't think it'd be worth a lot. There's just grass. Nope.
Doing what?
So I don't think it would be worth a lot. It's grass.
What else am I gonna do with it?
Make hay.
You can hay it.
Uh,
Mileage bales.
Mind you, he hasn't got a bale though, has he? He hasn't got a baler. That's why he's doing it loose. Would you want to borrow mine?
Yeah.
I'll pay you, bro, and it'll do silage.
Probably don't have the stationary baler in here, do we?
Yeah, there's the stationary one. That's part of the platinum expansion.
Yeah. Eee, expensive.
Should get a screenshot later of all of us over at Scrump's farm around his cattle. Place down a barbecue.
Yeah.
Why is this thing asking me about net wrap? We didn't put the net wrap thing in here, did we?
Yeah, you don't have to use
No,
it.
you have to switch it off when you buy it. It gives you the option if you want net wrap or not.
You see how much megabit that net wrap mod is? It's as much as the map.
No, he's not, surely.
You want to bet?
It can't be.
Oh, how you're wrong. Because I had it in my single player game and then I realized it was messing everything up. Net wrap add-on. Let's see. Just take a guess at how big of a file you think that is, Wanko.
I would have had it in kilobytes personally, but obviously it's probably not from what you're saying.
It's 235 megabytes.
Yeah, a little big, I suppose.
A little big.
Little big.
You know what BallySpring is?
No.
807. The map is 872.
Right.
And that's got all the buildings and all that other nonsense built into it.
So what you're saying is it's a quarter of the map.
It's a yeah. The file size is a quarter of the map, so it's taken a quarter of the map resources to run.
Yeah.
I had issues with the baler I was using trying to get it to work, so I said to hell with it, got rid of it. I thought it was a cool idea, and then when I went to get rid of it, I realized how big of the net wrap and the twine add-on were. And I'm like, well, how does it take 235 megabits to just make net wrap as a bill unit?
Well, I suppose because you've got all the different brands, but even so, that's still that big, I wouldn't have thought.
I can't really afford one of these balers.
You can borrow my one, I told you. It's in the yard. I can make you a contractor.
No, it's fine.
You don't fight him with the baler tractor though, Gizmo as well.
You got what?
He'll need a baler tractor.
Oh, I'm gonna come over there and start your farm on fire, Wanko.
That's a little excessive.
Yeah, bit of over compensation there, but
I put a tractor on every implement in my single player game so I can have everything running at the same time. I usually have 6 courseplay guys running at the same time.
I can't remember what map we were playing, but playing one map and you had a tractor for every job.
yeah,
I did.
I remember that.
I did. There's no reason. You just put them on hired worker or courseplay, let them go do their thing, you go do something else. I do a lot of moving things around and a lot of baling. That's usually the 2 jobs that I do. And then they all stop when they run out of seed or fertilizer, and I gotta go top them all off. But, you know, I don't see any point in having one tractor do the plowing and then wait for the plowing to get done to go do the seeding, you know. Why not have 2 tractors?
Wages? Can't make any money, surely.
Who, me? I make tons of money. I work a lot of ground. That's how I make money.
Yeah.
I work a lot of ground. But,
Has anyone,
you know,
has anyone heard from Johnny other than the message he got
what message did he put up?
on his server saying that he weren't playing yesterday because he was too tired? He needed to rest. What he said.
Oh, yeah, I talked to him last night.
He's alright.
Yeah, he gets tired.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's cool. That's all it is.
No, I talked to him last night. He was fine. He just didn't wake up very good, or didn't go to bed early enough, or something. I don't know. He don't sleep much anyway.
No.
But he sleeps a lot, just not very much at a time.
No, because he sent a message out at 1 o'clock lunchtime, my time. Which would have been 1 o'clock in the morning his time, wouldn't it? Roughly. It's about 12 hours behind.
Yeah, and then he'll be up at 3 or 5. And that's what happens when you're in a lot of pain all the time. I don't know what to do here.
Better do something. Time's a ticking, man.
With regards to what? Oh, the silage. Yeah, you need to get something down so you can.
I have to bale it, and I don't want to bale it. Ugh.
Don't buy it.
I have to bale it. I don't have a choice. My silo's too small. I don't want to buy another silo. I guess I could buy another silo. I don't know.
Why is my fertilizer spreader stop spreading?
If you're out of fertilizer.
Nope.
Do we have my favorite fertilizer spreader in here? No, we don't. I always use that one by Vertex Design. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, it's been around for since 17, probably before that.
Yeah.
By Vertex Design, it's usually like one of the first mods to come out. It's a fertilizer line spreader, but it's got the engagement wheel that runs against the tire that goes up and down. The gate opens on and off, so you can turn the spinners on, but it won't spread until you open the gate.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. I like it.
Also got a nice one.
Yeah, it's nice. It works really well. I don't know. That's just I haven't found anything really better to use, so.
Yeah.
I always get it because it's cheap.
Right.
It's like that Krone baler that's $12,000. That big square baler. I always get that too. Paying a couple $100,000 for a baler when I can get one for 12 grand. It does the same thing.
That's a bit cheaty, isn't it?
This is weird.
Well, so it's a bit cheaty. I mean, it's not cheaty. It's realistic. An old Krone baler like that's probably only worth 12 grand. but it is cheaty because you got a big failure for the price of nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But what they should do is make it so that the repair and the operating cost is out of this world. Because an old baler would be putting a lot of parts in.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Now the inspector's here.
There's been complaints.
Yeah.
Big complaint. You can't even see this from the road. Get out of town.
The complaint is you didn't grease any palms, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grease your palm with my fist.
No palm greasing.
Yeah, see, you can't even unload in this thing. It just unloads it on side of it. Too small.
Very small.
Yeah. Even for someone of your stature, you think it's small. Yeah. That was mean. I apologize.
You don't need to apologise.
I wouldn't intentionally be rude like that. It just happens.
I have to say to people as
I mean, it's not anything you would ever do to someone else that plays in this group. I mean, we're all just such nice people. Our moms would be so proud. Yeah. We play nice. We share sandwiches with each other.
now you're just being creepy.
You would share your sandwich with me if I didn't have a sandwich?
If we are talking sandwiches, yes, I might.
I wouldn't share my sandwich with you. You don't wash your hands.
No, that's true.
Yeah, this is not a good silo. This is absolutely not a good silo. Yeah. The guy that built this silo didn't really think that you were going to use anything that held any type of volume, apparently.
It's like a lot of the mods on the mod up.
What?
Why did they do that? No, it's not really what you want. But they knocked them up anyway.
Yeah.
And Giants have gone to the trouble of testing it as well.
Well, I built myself a stone picker bucket. So it's a bucket. It's just the in-game shovels that you put on the front of front loaders.
Yep.
And I made it a stone picker.
Oh, so you drive it over the field and it picks the stones up. You don't need a machine.
Yeah, and then it's got a width configuration of 4, 6, or 9 meters.
Right.
But you can pick the stones at 32 miles an hour.
Oh, right. That's very realistic, Doc.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
worthwhile mod.
quite figured out how to make it so that when you turn, because I've got it so you have to turn it on. If you don't turn it on, it's just the same shovel that's in game.
Right.
But if you turn it on, then it turns on the stone picker. Well, if it turns on the stone picker, you still can go 32 miles an hour for some reason. I haven't quite figured out how to rectify that.
It's going to be real good until it digs into the soil at 32 miles an hour.
Well, that's just the best part. You keep the bucket above the ground. You don't have to put it in the ground. It's great. You can run around.
Above.
Yeah, you could run around with the loader in the air. It's fine. Works great.
Picks it up.
Yeah.
I hope you've given your mod a suitable sign graph name.
What do you mean?
Oh, the amount of mods I've unpacked. I put it in a sign graph, and it says group. Oh, that's really helpful when you've got a list of about 30 mods you're working from.
Group.
Yeah, so there's I think it's a load of workshops in a pack, and they're all called group.
And they've all got the same name.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I didn't explain that very well.
No. I get what you mean now.
Why is this? I'm having an awful time with this. Do these silage blades automatically level themselves?
No.
Not necessarily, no.
Well, I raise it up and it lowers back down. I raise it up, it lowers back down.
That's weird.
It is weird. Everything I'm using is base game. It's a base game tractor. It's a base game leveler. It's a base game compactor.
Yeah, but it's not a base game silage kit, is it?
No, but
That could be the problem, but
no, like all of a sudden as soon as I get towards the silage pile, it starts picking the blade up like it's
allergic to it or something.
oh, it's being weird. I don't know. It's like it's automatically trying to level it for some reason.
Well, have you tried just going with it and see what it does?
What do you mean?
Well, you're obviously trying to bring it back up.
Well, yeah, I
Try just
have.
letting it do what it wants to do and see if it does level.
Yeah, but it's not doing what I want it to do. It's trying to push it. It's trying to push it out, and I don't want it to push it out. I want it to. We don't have some goofy mod in here that's making it do that, do we?
Nothing like possible.
Yeah, like I can't control the leveler. I don't get it.
Remy's suddenly taking an American accent.
Oh, no.
We call it a 2-for here. 2 for 1. Taking a shot at Brummy and a Doc all at the same time.
Oh, he's gonna kill me.
Well, Brummy was on the 30-minute plan on Friday.
Yeah.
On the what?
He was having problems with his computer, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could only play for 30 minutes and it booted him out.
Yeah, I switched on and started watching it. And Johnny's going, oh, scrunch some of these gizmos, you know. Rummy's got problems with his computer, this could be a very short stream. And I thought, oh, doom and gloom. I'm glad I switched on.
Well, I tried to get Brummy to go into single player and see if he'd last any longer. I'm like, well, if it kicks you out of the game in single player, you know it's something with the game or your hard drive.
Your end, yeah.
It's
But
his
if it's
graphics
just-
card, he thinks. He's
Yeah.
Graphics card.
yeah, he can't play any game at all. He reckons he can do other stuff on his computer, but no gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he was saying Friday. Was he thought it was making all kinds of noise and he's wanting to take a fan out of somewhere and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I heard the conversation about the fans. He thought
Like, oh, here we
going
go.
on with his fans. And then,
Well,
and
apparently
then it
one of the
just-
fans doesn't work anymore.
And then it just went back to the conversation that we had about him the other week. You know, about how he always seems to have trouble.
Well, you don't leave nothing alone. I didn't realize that was his original graphics card. See, I bought a new graphics card that he kept the graphics card that he had. So his
He
is
rebuilt the rest of the system.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got 2030.
Right.
2030.
Yeah, 11 years old.
Mine's a 2070. That's what mine is. It just doesn't seem right because my old computer still had it had a 1000 series in it, and it's not that old.
Well, actually, yeah, now you say it, I was still using a 1070 until last Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a
A lot
1060.
a lot of people were using them 1070.
All right, so the
TI as
leveler,
well.
the leveler works fine on the rear of the tractor, just not on the front.
Ah. Interesting.
Oh, never mind. I just said something, and now it's all bunged up. Well, now that we've made a total mess out of this, I can't wait to ferment this silo and get rid of it.
Have you got much in it, Phil?
Yeah, 2 loads and it doesn't even fit.
2 loads in is too much.
Yeah, and I don't even have a very big wagon. It's only like 40,000 liter. Well, the wagon holds just over 20, and I only got 34 in it, so the rest of the 5 is probably hanging out on the ground.
Right.
Cocksucker. This is why I do bales. I didn't want to do bales. Now I'm doing bales.
You did buy the stop of the 3.
Well, by the time I mess around with this stupid silo or build another silo, I'll just do bales and be miserable about it.
Will we be able to tell the difference?
No, no.
That's all right then.
I'm replacing Grumpy Wonko with Grumpy Doc.
Placing Grumpy Wongo with Grumpy Doc.
Is there any tear coming through the back of your farm here, Gizmo, or are we okay?
No, you're fine, mate. You do what you like.
I like how you open this up. This farm is pretty tight.
Yeah, I haven't finished yet. I'm going to put a lot back in. But I just got rid of the stuff that I don't need.
So I gotta go buy a baler.
I can't remember how I got into this. Oh, there it is.
I don't want a wrapper. Regular baler. Eee, they're expensive. Where's my cheaty baler that's 12 grand?
Is that a mod to cheat you, baler?
Yeah, it's another one of those. It's a baler that's been around, I don't know, since I've ever been playing Farm Sim. Probably came out in 13 and people just keep bringing it across. Oh, go with the Kloss baler, I guess. Make any progress on your map, Wonko?
Oh, very slow. Very slow.
I put railroad tracks in on mine. Can't make the train work, but I got the tracks.
I was telling Jamie it took me pretty much all day to get 2 cow barns and the nav meshes set up and working properly in game.
Wow.
I ain't even got a road put in yet.
I've got my roads in.
I put it in game and then I realized that all my terrain is like terraced and I need to go and smooth it some more.
Yeah, I've still got terrain to smooth.
I don't understand that. I'm gonna have to just start doing it in game, because when you're in GE, it looks smooth, and then you go into the game and it's all jagged.
Hmm.
I don't quite understand that. It's like it's not rendering correctly in GE. You know what I mean?
One of the issues I keep having is the, you know, if you're painting foliage or textures on the ground, the bloody cursors go off to one side, so you have to sort of put the cursor at an offset to where you actually want it to go.
Yeah, but I have that same in the game. You know, where you try to do stuff in the game and it doesn't, you know, you try to paint it and it doesn't quite go where you want it to be, but
I don't do much in game.
oh, I do a lot of it in game. It's actually, I've actually found it to be easier to level and smooth ground in the game with those tools than it is with just doing it in GE. I don't know why, it just seems to work better.
I might give that a look.
Is that and what do you do then? You go into GE and save it or something?
So, if you, what is going on? So, if you put your map into the game and you're playing around on the game and you're editing terrain and painting,
Yeah.
you can, it's the same files that are in the map. So you just take your save game and you take those files and replace them in your map, and then they'll be there from the start.
My headset died.
What's just died?
My headset, I didn't hear what you
Oh.
said, Gizmo.
Right. I didn't say anything. The doc was talking about how he saved his.
But he's just wondering like how you could do stuff in the game
And then save it in GE so it comes up as a map. Oh, you both this.
yeah, it saves all the terrain paint and the foliage and all that as a GDM file.
Right.
So you just take the GDM files out of the save game and stick them into the map folder and overwrite them, and then whatever you did while you're in the
right,
game.
okay. So that is a possibility to do things like make your fields and stuff.
Yeah, when I started in 19, that's what I did. I went out there and I used real terrain in the roads, but I was going to make my own fields and everything else from scratch.
Right.
So I just went out there with a tractor and a plow, and I plowed the borders of where I
Yeah.
wanted all the fields to go.
Right.
And then I just exported that into
the map.
Yep.
Because I find it quite easy landscaping and doing stuff like that in the map. But I find it nigh on impossible to do it in GE.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when you look at things, 17 it didn't seem to be like that, but ever since 19, you look at things in GE and it looks all really good and everything, and you go into the map and you're like, oh. Right? Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely on the money.
But the pictures that Wonko put up look great. Of what he's done.
Photoshop.
No. No, but the pictures you put up of the map so far, that look great.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of hiding in the way I paint the foliage and stuff.
Right.
Takes a long time.
Yeah.
Get it looking. Well, if you were just doing square fields on a dead flat map, no contours or anything, then it'd be quite easy.
Right.
And if you were doing everything in squares,
Yeah. But if you want to do it in
real life
real
style,
life style, yeah, then it becomes a problem.
yeah,
But that's why the idea of ploughing it the way Doc does Sounds
Well, this map
not
I
a bad
can't do
idea.
that because all the fields are circles.
like the circles.
Yep. All
Really?
Yep.
Oh, right, okay.
all the fields are circles. It's a
It's
desert.
based in a certain area. Is it? Oh, it's a desert.
Yeah, it's based off a real area and real terrain. I'm gonna modify some of the desert area that's unused
Right.
and some cell points and stuff there. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's a desert. Got a big river going through it.
But you're going to have to irrigate the crops.
Well, I don't know how to make that work. Because I'd have to have there is a center pivot on Mod Hub. So I don't know, I
Yeah.
might make it, I might maybe see if I could incorporate something like that. I mean, I'm sure I'm never going to finish it anyway.
I
so it
think,
doesn't really matter.
Doc, there was a prefab for a centre for a pivot watering thing.
There's an actual mod for it. It's,
Yeah, but I think there was a prefab mod as well.
I'd have to look.
The guy who made the mod, I think, put it up as a prefab.
I mean, that would make sense because, I mean, the only problem with that is it's just going to be a problem. Everybody that would play that would just basically sell them or delete them because it's just going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a pain in the ass in real life. I mean, every time we do a pivot field, you got to do half of it and move the pivot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, obviously.
So I will warn you, if anybody's cutting hedges with chainsaws, there is still collisions hidden in the ground somewhere.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I've noticed that with that little black trailer
yeah.
that the wheels stick out the side of.
Yep. Yep.
You
Just
suddenly try and go through a gap with it, and it just gets stuck.
I just took my Brooks and put the wire mode on there, the F5, and found them all that I done and ground them out.
Yep.
Didn't they say
I
the
noticed that in
mulcher
single
was
player.
needed?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what the Brox is, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Brox
Yeah.
it's basically what's a stump grinder is what he was saying, rather than a chainsaw. Which is what we've done it with.
Because the chainsaw doesn't get down deep enough.
Yeah.
We've done it, yeah, basically.
It'll be the same amount things. These are the same hedges.
Yeah.
I won't have any hedges on my map. None.
Can't be a real field farm. Yeah. Without a hedge.
Well, he's probably
Oh,
if he's doing a desert.
Gonna have canals everywhere.
Or even better. Your tractor in the canal.
Yeah, think you're gonna go drive across the canals, uh-huh. That's not so bad. I could do set terrain by spline with them. That's easy.
Oh, the paint by spline's a waste of time.
What do you mean? That works great.
I can't get it to work great at all. It looks crap.
What do you mean it looks crap? Because it's all jagged?
Well, you got that, but then also, no matter what I do, I can only ever get one side of it to work. The other side never works. So if you're doing like a farm track, you want a centre texture and then two outside textures. Nope, can't get it.
Alright,
Quite
Wonka,
good to paint it by hand.
I'm gonna explain that to you right now. So, if your farm track is, say, 2.5 meters wide.
Yeah.
So you put your gravel at 2.5 meters wide, run that. Then what you do is you run the same spline again at 0.5 meter wide, and you run your grass down the center, and then you get your farm track.
Ah. Thank you.
You're welcome. And what I usually do is I run like 3 meter. I'd start like at 3 meters, and I would run the gravel grass mix, and then I would run like 2.5 or 2 at the gravel, and then I'd run the center at 0.5, Sometimes I run it at half or 1, depends. Run the center, and then after I'm done, I go through and hand touch it up. Because that's how I do all my roads. There's like 6 steps I do. I start with the width, start with the gravel grass, then the more gravel, less grass, then the gravel, then the pavement, and then so forth.
So you paint your roads on then, you don't use reconstructor or anything?
Well, so I paint everything, and I use the same splines to set the... Well, first what I do is I run the road out with the spline constructor and make the physical road. Make sure the physical road is where I want it. And then I run... A street constructor gives you a spline.
Yeah.
I use that spline to set my ground height to the road. And then I use that spline to paint the road. And I paint the road underneath it so that it looks kind of seamless.
Yeah, because I've made a mistake in that I deleted all my splines once I finished with them. Yeah, rookie mistake. I since discovered that it'd be quite useful not to do that.
Yeah, I keep all the road splines.
I'm keeping all my splines until it's finished from this point onwards.
Because I don't use the sides anymore on the road constructor. I just use the straight center.
Right. I didn't actually get that to work too well. I just used their newer object placement spline.
Mm-hmm.
And that works quite nice.
Yeah, that'll work pretty good. The only thing I know you're anti-blender, but when it places the road segments by spline, and then you can go into Blender and just kind of piece it all together as one solid object, and then kind of stitch it up a little bit nicer so that the radiuses are a little bit smoother and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if I knew how to use Blender and had the time to learn it, then yes.
That's how Brummy does his roads.
Yep.
He was saying.
Because you'll notice that if there's in Blender there's a merge by distance boolean, and if you merge by distance, it'll merge all vertices that are within whatever distance you set it to be. Because what you'll find is that on maps where people have done the place by spline or road segments, it may look smooth and it looks alright, but you'll notice if you start going over like 20 miles an hour, the wagons will randomly just jump. If you got an empty trailer, it'll just bounce all over the place because it hits those little tiny bumps in the road that you can't see.
I thought it looked quite smooth when I've got in close to look. Places I've had to fettle it.
It will. Just take your JCB and run around it at 40 miles an hour and see what happens with the trailer behind you. Because you won't notice it at like a slower speed, but there's tiny little bumps that you can't really physically see.
Right. Got time to blend it for me?
No. Because I used to, my first map attempting in 17, I was using those road construction packs and stuff like that.
Oh god, that's painful, but yeah.
It was super painful.
That's what I had to do in 15.
Yeah. And I would take the pickup and go as fast as I could down the road, and then it would launch off into the middle of nowhere and roll over 100 times. Because it hit a segment that was just, it looked good, but it was slightly off the next segment. There's been a couple of maps I've played that I've noticed they've done that with, and there's spots where noticeable spots where you would go all kind of wonky.
Well, I've not noticed anything. I have used a pickup on, I don't know, say 70-80% of the road. Found a few places where there's, especially on curves, where they haven't quite jointed up properly.
Yeah, it's so hard to do it in GE. You move it a little tiny bit with the mouse, and it's like way off.
Oh, I tend to use the actual boxes.
Oh, you change the digits.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody come out with a good telephone pack for 22. Telephone line. There's one out there you could use for old British lines, but
Yeah, I wasn't planning on putting any pylons or phones in.
all your people are just living the Amish life.
No, most of it's actually been buried under the ground now.
Oh, they can't do that here. They say it'll cost too much money.
Yeah, they only do it when they have to.
And I'm like, well, replacing poles every 10 years, that's cost effective.
Yeah, well, they've done. They're doing it here now, underground, but it's mainly related to charging cars.
Well, probably because the high amperage lines they have to put in, they're going to have to put in. You can't run in air. The cables are too thick.
Yeah.
That's this part of the earthing system is called PME. Basically means as the cable goes along, it's earthed every, I don't know how far, every X amount of meters anyway. There'll be an earth spike comes out of the cable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these cables, there's 3 cables in each. They basically put 4 massive pipes in and 2 small, and they pull 3 cables down each large pipe, but they're only 450 meter lengths, and then the joining team come along and join them up. So it's
So what do they? They must have an earth shield or something, because you'd have your power and your return. The third one would have to be a ground or an earth wire.
This is 3 phase.
Oh,
Right.
3 lives,
So
1 neutral.
they're pulling 3. Yeah, they're pulling 3. What is it?
3 lines, 1
Yeah.
neutral, and then the earth, like I said, is going to be in the sheath with
Yeah.
the spikes coming off.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing. They're pulling those 3 sections through, and the cable's probably.
so they're basically running
They're
three
probably
phase
3
everywhere.
inches, 3 inches diameter each one.
So what are they? They're not kicking it down. They're not running high power lines and then kicking it down with transformers. They're just going to run 3 phase everywhere.
It's not quite how it works.
I don't know whether
It leaves the power station at 33,000 volts,
Yeah.
and then it gets stepped down at local distribution points by transformers into 430 volts.
This is running between
Three-phase.
2 substations, Wonka.
Right.
And what they've done is 2 of the 3 sets of 3 go between each substation. The third one goes from the substation, one end, to South Mims services for charging electric vehicles. And
Charging them where?
And then the other one goes from South Mims services to the other substation.
Wow.
So not all 3 go. 2 are obviously for National Grid, and passing the power around the substations. And the other one is to supply Southmin services from each substation.
Yeah, it must be costing them a fortune, all this EV stuff.
Mate, they have been doing it for over a year.
It's going to cost everybody.
They've had 6 guys on the first phase, and then when they were doing the connections, there was how many guys? There was only 2 doing the connections, and that's what I couldn't work out either. Wonko, they dug all the road up, filled it all back in, tarmacked it all. Then they came back and dug holes every 450 meters and put in these boxes made of wood and concreted the base so that the guys that were doing the cable jointing could work in dry conditions. I don't understand why they didn't put a what do you call it? A concrete box with a manhole on it when they were doing it in the first place, so that all they had to do was lift the manhole and pull the cable through.
The joint will be a joint, it won't need maintenance, so there would be no need to put a manhole.
Yeah, but wouldn't they need to change the cable at some point?
They'll dig the whole road up.
Yeah.
No, you know, wouldn't I mean, would that cable have a finite lifetime span?
Yeah, but
No.
we're talking probably 50 plus years. I mean, you're talking 50 to 70 years for domestic wiring. So something that's 90mm cross-sectional area is going to be longer than that, I would have thought, in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just seemed that, you know, the cost involved of digging it up again probably wouldn't have been that much more to have put a concrete box with a manhole when you've done it in the first place.
I'm surprised they put concrete in there because, I don't know, you get electrocuted from being on damp concrete.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not live, Doc.
Hey, Scrump.
And once they've done the thingy,
Yeah, it's just like a water pipe. I mean, once they join them together, and they don't leak, you're pretty much good to go.
that's it. Once they've done the thing, they just infilled it like they did the other, which was like this fine sand over the tops of the pipes, and then type 1 all the way to the top, and then whacking it down, tarmac over the top. It was crazy.
Too busy reading text, buddy, and watching your chat. How's the slopes? Have you hit them yet?
Yeah, he's got a broken ankle now. That's why he's sitting there in your stream. You don't wish any ill on you. Well, you could do your farm tracks like this map, Blanco, where they're just a road.
Yeah, I did look at that actually.
Usually they don't look this nice. He's done a really good job on here.
Yeah.
The only thing you notice with that is that the dirts usually don't match up very well, but he's got the colors pretty spot on.
Yeah, I'm going to have to reach out, see if I can get in contact with the guys that did this map.
Probably easy enough to do, Wonko.
I'm not on Facebook, so it's...
No. Is it? They got a website, Wonka.
Oh yes, they have.
Air Agri website. Mate. Just get on there.
They got
Send them a
Discord
note.
too.
Oh, they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have Discord, yeah.
Because I've already got the hedges. I don't want to go taking their sheds as well without getting some sort of permission from them.
I don't think they were their sheds.
I think they're Lancy boys, aren't they?
Because they have been on a lot of maps.
I'm after the old rusty ones.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the green ones. They're
The green ones have been around
really
for ages.
available. Yeah, it's the rusty ones.
I think the green ones are public domain by now, wouldn't they be?
Yeah, they've been around a long time, haven't they?
Yeah, somebody could do a revamp of them. Textures are kind of outdated.
Yeah, they still look 15, don't they?
Yeah.
How are you,
look
Mr.
at the,
V?
like, he is alive.
He's alive.
I mean, you just look at the cow barn versus like the other green round sheds, and you know, this looks a lot better. It's been.
Yeah, so we don't really have that colour green round here, but we do have that colour of rusty shit.
Yeah.
We got plenty of that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't green like an Ireland thing? Green barns, green sheds.
No, there
Yeah.
is a lot of green buildings, farm buildings around here, but they're a lot more modern.
Yeah. Are they that
And
that
the
dark?
colour's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Much lighter green. More like the fence than the bottle green.
Plus, we got a lot of barns our way that are from cement board, so they're all sort of grey colour.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also very popular
You guys have a lot of natural wood
around here.
wood colored buildings.
Not
We
really.
have a fair few that have got concrete on the bottom and then wood, like, you know, you call it. You'd have a plank and a gap, and you have the same on the back, but the plank covers the gap on the front, so you get ventilation, but it kills the main wind.
Yeah, like a clapboard kind of thing.
That is very popular on a lot of
Offset board on batten.
I don't know. Yeah, you got offset.
Offset
each
board
side.
on batten. So there's a
Right,
batten in
yeah.
between, and the board's offset side to side.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty common over here.
So all the ventilation we use over here is in the roof. The roof vents usually. Animal barns are different. They'll have side curtains and stuff, but
Yeah.
they're getting away from using side curtains. They're pretty much, having solid walls down the side of the barns now, and then putting a ton of fans in one end and just blowing it down like a
Yeah.
tunnel ventilation.
Yeah.
But we build cold weather barns here.
Yeah, obviously.
The fans run no matter what the temperature is.
Right.
Keep the air moving.
Yeah, moving around. Plenty of ventilation for them.
They're kind of like hog barns, or a lot of the hog barns won't have any windows or side curtains or anything. They'll just have the curtains on the front end of the barn and a ton of fans on the other.
Right.
Sometimes they'll have fans on both. Pusher fans on one end and sucker fans on the other.
Yeah.
check the photo out in a second there, Scrump.
Has he put a photo up?
Hey, put a photo in Discord, he said. The Alps.
Have a look.
It helps.
Very beautiful looking.
Oh yeah. Very nice one. That is nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all. That is awesome, mate. Very nice. Too cold for me. Not wrong there.
Yeah, we're in the minuses today. No thanks. I'll stay inside.
I suppose if you've got the right gear on, you're all right, aren't you?
Still cold.
Yeah, but if you've got the right clothing,
Doesn't matter.
for that kind of condition.
Your feet, hands, and face still get cold. Doesn't matter what kind of gloves and socks and everything you put on. They're always the first to go.
Right.
I used to work a lot in the cold.
Yeah.
Need to grab a drink.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do that in a minute. Got one more.
Oh, why is time going so fast?
Almost time to sleep.
I know. It was at like 2.
Yeah, everybody gets in and then it gets up.
Oh, come on. Half the afternoon went away while I was trying to figure out what kind of baler I was going to buy.
So that's what we said.
That's why we're saying we were egging you on.
Get on. Get it done. Make it so.
Well, we could slow it back down.
Yeah, we slow it back down at we're all done at 6 o'clock tonight. Tis what it is, Doc. It is what it is.
I don't understand how you guys are getting anything done then.
Should have left my kit up there. Gizmo, I'm going to take another baling contract up behind you.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm still liming and fertilising. I'm going to have to... Actually, I've got... May. Yeah, I think we're alright. I've got one to cut.
Yeah, we got another day in May yet, so.
I've got one up there, 3 fields up there need cutting, so I might go and do them and bail them up. Even if I don't do anything else with it.
We wanted to get this all seeded before the end of the month.
Make it tomorrow.
You got tomorrow as well, Doc.
Yeah, but I still got to bale. Pick up the bales.
That's weird.
What's
Is
that?
there a
Bud?
reason why I can't borrow any money?
Remember, it's got the
Okay.
other bank mod on. You have to not to the.
Oh, you don't go into the dollar bit.
No, you have to go into the bank. The picture of the bank. It's up a couple. Borrow your money. Pick your number of years for a term.
Loan system.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
You got to pick a term.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Makes you pay back so much a month.
Month. Oh, okay. I don't even know how much I want to borrow. Do. Can you pay it back?
Yes, you can pay you if you pay it back early.
You can pay it back when you got the money.
Yeah.
Right, that's plenty. Hold on, man.
What cows, Scrumph? We had a barbecue.
Yeah, we've done them. We've done these things.
Yeah, I was getting low on beef in the freezer, so we had to restock.
Didn't say we ate them all. Oh, always best to drop the mower whenever you go to cut grass.
Then drop it.
The mower is raised in the upright position. It kind of goes around the top of the grass.
Right.
Well, you're just setting it to a certain height. That's
Yes, conditioning it.
all. Yeah. Knocking off the bugs.
Yep. Knocking the fireflies off right now.
Well, I wonder why I didn't put any of those object storage sheds in the farm. They got chipped.
Have you not got any big boat parks?
No.
You.
They got chipped.
Take care, Johnny. We'll catch up later, bud.
Bye, Johnny. Hope you had plenty of rest.
How's my Johnny impression?
Uncanny.
I mean, you can't blame the guy. It's 4 in the morning. It's not going to be full of sunshine.
No.
True.
He's been a lot more enthusiastic when I play when it's my 4 in the morning with him.
Yeah, brilliant.
Then I'm like, can't function. Yeah, lease this thing, and now I'm gonna get dinged for another day of leasing it.
Oh. Shouldn't have leased it until tomorrow when you're ready to wrap.
Well, when I leased it, it was on 0.5.
Been on live quite a while now.
No, it was on 0.5.
It was, yeah.
And I
And I
thought,
noticed.
alright, we're trying to catch up on everything, get everything planted and everything in May the way we're supposed to.
Hey, you still got tomorrow.
I'm busy, gonna take all tomorrow to feed cows.
You want to move quicker then.
Well, I have to go to the shop and buy all my feed. I don't know why they don't sell cow food there, they just sell pig food, chicken food, not cow food.
Just put silage, that's all you need.
No, it's silage. I don't have any silage.
No, but
You could sow some.
Well, I have silage. It's just being made. It's for nothing.
Shed full at the moment. It's getting too dark to see.
Well, feel free to stick all your silage in my BGA. It'll be fine.
Red sky at night, sailor's delight.
Yeah. It's like Shepherd's doing it over.
Oh, I'm crashing into everything. I'm not a fan of this real light thing, because on other maps at night you can still see what you're doing.
That might be part of the point.
Orange Field 142.
Yes, I.
Cause you know you got bales up here.
Yeah,
Silage bales lying in the field.
that's my contract that I'm working
Oh,
on.
it's your contract you're doing now, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said I should have left my stuff up here.
Right, yeah. Because you done one, then went back and then done another.
Yeah.
Are we ready for sleep?
Oh,
Yeah, whenever you like.
Sure.
I'm
Tell-
game if everyone else is.
Yeah, just tell me when you're going to.
Doc.
I guess I can't see my bales I'm trying to pick up anyway.
Okay. Alright, let's go now then.
Okay.
Make it 5 a.m. Six.
God, we could have gone earlier.
That's why I said 5. It's May. Yeah, May, June, and July. You can start at 5. Starts getting late. Well, I don't know if he's fiddled with the thing on here, but the regular game you can.
You guys got some hills up on this end of the map.
We have, yeah. There's some serious hills up this end. The worst one, I put trees in.
I'm gonna put my whole farm into trees.
Big poplar, it's easy.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
And it always grows. You don't have to plant it for once.
Thinking about using the baler, but
Well, that's hard work. I need a hacker, a chopper.
yeah, but
With the New
field-
Holland head on it.
yeah, but the field I'm gonna put it in, the baler's way cheaper. It's only
Be
no,
honest, I've never used the baler.
No?
Yeah.
No, not doing top load. I've always used, you know, the choppers with New Holland head attachment.
Yeah, the foragers.
Foragers,
Choppers, foragers.
that's the only one I've ever done properly.
SPFH. As they're called.
Oh, not for a bit yet.
Some of these fields, he's put the goats in some of the most awkward positions you could possibly put it.
Yeah.
You know, and like round the corner there's another position where we could have put it, where we could just drive straight in and come out. Whereas there's a couple of them here that you can't turn right or you can't turn left. The only way you can get into it is one direction, because the turn's way too tight. And then, like 200, not even 100 yards up the road, there's another place that if you put it there, you could just drive straight in and out, go whichever way you wanted.
Yeah, that's probably where the real gates are. Where you can't get in and out. I run into that all the time.
You run it, oh, right, yeah.
We'll have a big wide open field, there's no ditch in the way, no poles in the way, no driveway there. They put the driveway, little tiny driveway on the corner where you got to go through a big hole to get back in and out of the field.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I deal with that on a daily basis.
Oh, for sure.
This time of year's awesome because I don't have to go in the field.
Is your weather, oh, what, they don't let you in the fields because you're bogged down?
Well, I would just say,
So the machine, yeah. So the machine comes out to you then?
yeah. Well, usually that's how it works, but a lot of times after we unload, we'll turn around in the field when it's dry, and then we'll go back the way we came.
Yeah.
So we have the shortest distance.
Yeah.
But like this time of year, we always have to run around the block or something.
Yeah.
Or we have to go down to an intersection and turn around, find a place to turn around.
Yeah.
I don't know. The last one we had to back into this driveway, and we
Right.
had a huge ditch on both sides of it. That was fun.
It's like some of the places I have to go, or they send me to go and do deliveries, and you think, Jesus.
Well,
You know, they've obviously not been there to have a look before they take the job.
well, the farmers that own the ground. Oh, we always turn around here.
Yeah. In their
Well,
truck.
I watched them turn around there,
Yeah.
and their truck and trailers are 20 feet shorter than ours.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
Difference, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a place I go, Builder's Yard, and they run these Japanese lorries, same size as mine, but they're like a baby truck. Because their unladen weight is so light, they don't need this and they don't need that, and you know, all this sort of stuff. And one of them said to me, he said, how come you always turn left and do a U-turn up the top? He said, we can get out of here together. He said, I said, well, that's, you know why that is, don't you? That's why. I said, because you're a foot shorter and 6 foot, a foot wider, slimmer than mine, and about 6 foot shorter. I said, and that makes a lot of difference because it's not exactly roomy.
Well,
this place anyway.
Yeah, because it makes a huge difference because our trailers are 50 foot long with 3 axles,
Yeah.
and theirs are like 38 foot long with tandem.
Yeah. Are they carrying the same stuff? You know,
Yeah,
these tankers.
Yeah, they're just
They're
smaller.
driving, they're just smaller.
Yeah.
So how long are you likely to be holed up with no work then? How long is this day really going on for a bit?
Oh, probably at least another week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Who knows? Because then when it warms up, then it's going to be wet.
Yeah. Yeah, so you won't be able to get straight back in anyway.
No, we might work a little bit this week, but I don't really want to work when it's, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know, was it like negative 10 Celsius, something like that?
Yeah.
It's going to be approaching 0 Fahrenheit, so that's like, what, negative 20?
And my weather app says it's going to be -4 here tonight.
So that's like our high for today.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna be dark before I get these cows fed.
Only 7 o'clock.
You better buy another tractor, put a hired worker on it.
Hired worker can't feed cows, otherwise
Yeah.
I'd be doing it.
Hired worker cut your grass. You already did that though, did you?
Grass is all cut and baled. Now I gotta wrap all the bales.
There's a lot of crying going on from down there.
Yeah, well, it's deserved. I'm out here all by myself trying to make this work.
All by myself.
I got 300 cows to take care of.
Well, you bought them, mate.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, no one else did.
It's like the crying we had on the other save game when he mowed too much grass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you only
Yeah,
got 3 hours. You only got 3 hours of daylight on the last one. At least we're in spring now, where you get a full 12.
he's still moaning.
Yeah. How do you know I'm still here?
Well, this is true.
I didn't leave. Not like on the Friday games where I go to do something and then I just disappear for an hour and a half.
Did you wake up to a Chevy Silverado right in your face there yesterday on Friday?
Yeah, somebody tried to run me over, but it didn't work. I'm still around.
Who was that from us?
No, it was me. I parked it
Oh,
right in
it's
front of you.
okay.
He was standing there. I just parked it right in his face. High beams on and everything.
The phone rang, and I went to answer the phone, and then I was on the phone, then I hung up the phone, and I was doing stuff, and then I was like, oh, I was playing on the server.
Yeah.
Whoops. Well, because when I play single player, I just wander away from it all the time.
Yeah. Let the course play get on with it.
Well, yeah. You know, how long is it going to take to pick rocks on this field? 4 hours. Okay, I'm going to go away for an hour and then I'll unload him. I'm thinking about turning the rocks right off because it's getting to the point where I got too much to do.
Yeah, I don't want to play with the rocks on.
Yeah, I kind of like the rocks.
The only reason you need to play with the rocks on is if you want to turn it into line.
Where can you do that at?
There's a rock crusher on Modder that will convert it to lime. I think you got to put water with it as well, probably, and you get lime back. But I don't think you get as much as you put in.
I don't think it's worth the process.
To be honest, I don't think it's. You're not going to be retiring on it. That one.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I like doing it to some extent, but it's just the weeds to me make a little bit more sense. You know, you can prevent the weeds from coming if you just plow.
Well, yeah.
You plow, you don't get weeds. So that's what I do. I plow everything.
Yeah.
I don't get weeds.
But then you don't get as good as you play with precision farming.
Yeah.
If you play with precision farming, you don't get as good a score if you plow everything every time.
Yeah, but then you got to deal with weeds.
Yeah, but you get a good score if you, because the herbicide sprayers only spray the area that's weeded. They don't spray the whole field. So you hardly use any weed.
Yeah, but you
hardly use any herbicide.
Yeah, but they come back. Have you noticed that the weeds come back after you spray them? You got to spray them like a second time.
No, I've not done that.
Oh. It might have been a glitch, but
I've only ever sprayed them once. And that is in multiplayer and everything. There's a server we run at the minute. You're spraying.
well, I just get the hoe weeder. Use that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, you can't. You can't. I figured out that you can't use the little tine weeders because by the time that they pop up, you only take out half of them.
Right.
So use the hoe weeder, you take out all the weeds.
Yeah.
Right, there's a combination mulch plow, John Deere mulch tiller on Mod Hub. I just use that. It mulches, it plows, no weeds.
Right, okay.
It's like 4.9 meters wide, so on a British map it's not going to work, but
yeah,
you're playing pretty much anywhere else it will.
4.9 is not that big though, is it?
No,
it's not.
It is if you're on this map. And I
This
wouldn't
is
recommend.
an Irish map.
Yeah, but it unfolds, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's rigid. It doesn't fold.
Oh, it's 4.9 meters full stop.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to use it over
That's the widest width, I think. There is a shorter width, but it's not much. Maybe 4 meters, somewhere around there.
That wouldn't be legal over here on the road.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. It was brand new from John Deere because I had the literature from the John Deere dealership when I was a kid.
Yeah, but I think the over here you wouldn't be allowed to carry that on the road attached too wide.
No, it was only released for North America and probably Australia, maybe. Because Australia's in the same region that North America is for the type of equipment that they offer.
Yep.
That's why if you looked at the Lexion combines, they were Caterpillar colored in North America and Australia.
Oh, okay.
Until they finally realized that Caterpillar was a construction equipment company and not an ag company, and
Yeah. Not a combine harvester maybe, anyway.
well, they never made a combine harvester. They just used the Clost harvesters and painted them cat colors and sold them at Caterpillar dealers.
Yeah. All they ever made was tractors, wasn't it?
Yeah. Caterpillar made the track machine tractors. That's all they ever made. They
And
did have
Did they become Class? Was
what?
it Class? No. What was? There was a track version. A track machine that looked very similar to the Caterpillar one.
So in Europe, the deal with Claas was the Claas Lexion combine was sold in North America and Australia under cat colors and labeled as a Caterpillar combine.
Right.
And in Europe, the Caterpillar Challenger tractors were painted in Claas colors and sold as Claas tractors.
Oh, okay. Because there was quite a few of them around here, the Class ones.
Yeah, because they did bring the Caterpillar colored tractors over. But now, AGCO, so then the Caterpillar partnered with AGCO.
Yep.
And they got the Challenger line of tractors.
Yep.
But Caterpillar basically just sold everything to AGCO. And now AGCO's turning it all into Fendt, so it'll all be Fendt now.
But they're basically the cat machine.
They used to be. They're
be
not.
the cat
They're
machine.
not anymore.
And now they're Fendt.
Yeah, I mean they're just letting AGCO ruin them.
It's weird how all these companies, big companies, move around. It's like my new broadband's on BT, which is like the main phone company. They run the network, but they've recently, well, a few years ago, they split the networking side from the phone company side. So you've got OpenReach, which is the side of the firm that keeps the network running, and BT, which is the one that provides the broadband and the thing. And I got a letter through in the week saying that they've been partnered with EE, which is was a mobile phone company, for the last 7 years, and now they're going into full partnership with them. But the network will be covered by the EE branding, not the BT. I'm going to ring up in the week and see if I can get a better deal on a mobile phone.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck with one carrier. There's not much choice. Nothing else works here.
It's well, I've been on the mobile phone that I've got now. Has been on the same company, although they've been bought out. I'm probably on my 5th company, but I'm still in the same place with the same number. Probably 25, 30 years.
I've always had the same company and the same number.
But just recently they seem to have gone seriously downhill. with regards to, I added 20 gigabyte of data to my broadband, to my mobile, because I bought this sat nav that needs to link to your phone to get live traffic. And I think the guy that's done it has set me up on a completely different contract, which is double what I was paying in the old one. I'm going to ring them up as well and see what they've got to say themselves.
Well, I could go with one of these other companies. It says they're going to save you all this money, but I know people that have it. And they drop calls all the time. Phone doesn't work.
This is what I'm getting now on the one I'm on now. Whereas you used to be able to talk anywhere on it. Whereas now I'm on the phone to a guy who's like 20 miles away in London, and all of a sudden we get cut off. Crazy.
Works fine if I was in a city, but I'm not.
I mean, it could be worse because I've got neighbours in the middle of North Wales. And their phone signal and their broadband is appalling.
Well, I don't have any.
It's all on a telephone line.
I don't have any reception in my building here.
No.
And if I go out to the street, I don't have any either.
Don't have anything on the street.
No, there's like a dead zone out in the street between my mailbox and the neighbor's front door. You don't get any signal in his driveway, but if you go into, like, up to his front porch, then all of a sudden you get signal again.
Really?
Yeah. How it is. There's towers all around, but we're like in the center of all the towers.
Right.
We're kind of equidistant from them all.
Yeah.
Plus all the dips and valleys and stuff that goes right over.
Yeah.
These inline wrappers aren't so bad to use.
You're doing big square bales.
Yeah. I wanted to use a round baler because they're about a third or a quarter of the price, but then I'd have to stop every time it makes a bale, and that just drives me nuts.
Yeah. That's why I run the fast one.
I didn't want to wrap the bales. I wanted to use the sausage maker here.
Sausage. Oh, what, like they had in 19?
Yeah, the Andersons.
Yeah, you put them on the thing and it just wraps them up in a big line.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, actually. No. Saves all the hassle of trying to put down the silage pit, doesn't it?
Well, I wish that they would just come up with the ag baggers, then I could dump the chaff right in there, or the grass or whatever, and it would make it's the same thing. It's the same thing as this ag bag, or the wrapper. It's just making a big bag out of it instead of a wrap.
And you don't have to bale it first, probably.
Yeah, you would just put the straight chaff or whatever into it. You wouldn't have
Into a
to have
bag.
it. Yeah, it'd be an actual bag.
But does a machine pick it up and put it in the bag? Or, do you have to shovel it in with a load?
You dump it into a hopper, and then it feeds it stuffs into the bag. And they're quite popular around the Northeast.
They had something similar to that in Hofburgen. They used to have hoppers that you could tip stuff into with a front loader, and you could bag it. They were like the big bags, you know, that you buy seed and stuff in.
Yeah, this is a big bag that's bigger than a silo pit, Gizmo.
Bigger than a silo pit.
Yeah.
Have you ever used these Anderson baggers or wrappers?
Yeah, I know the thing you're talking about. It just makes like a big sausage.
Well, that's the same thing an ag bagger does. It makes it looks similar. It just makes a big sausage of silage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a similar kind of machine. It would be great for doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's made one.
Good job for you.
Well, actually, somebody.
There's enough to mine.
I think it was 17 or 19. Somebody made the grain version of it, where you dump grain in it and it'd make a big bag.
It's out for 22 as well, I think.
I mean, it's basically the same machine. Why don't they just make one for silage?
So what you pull up and tip into this machine, and it can put it in the bag.
Yep. Yeah, just like this bale wrapper. It's basically a similar thing. Yeah. Basically the same idea, except instead of bales, it would just make a big loose silage sausage. It works quite well when you go to unload them.
Right.
Hey, bud.
Can you hear the dog snoring?
Huh?
Can you hear the dog snoring?
No. I might buy one of these little wrapper things. It ain't so bad.
Could you lease it?
Well, yeah, I was only planning on using it the one time. I got enough for cow food. It's all extra.
Yeah.
Well, I should have put the silage bunker over in it. I guess I got room to put it next time.
Be right back, guys. Just got the dog out.
I don't know why when you empty these seeders in wagons, they throw the pallets miles away.
I don't know which ones you're using.
So I've just emptied my lime out of the lime spreader. And got to put the grass gear away. And it's thrown it through the wall of the shed. Where I keep the mowers. Wonko, if you get a minute, could you jump over to Scrump's farm? Because I'm still not getting any triggers to load that fence from there.
Okay.
From the mixer. I've done the water, but I still don't know what it needs, what he needs, if anything.
Ricky's got through a lot of food.
Huh?
Got through a lot of food.
Have they?
Yeah, down 70,000.
Well, maybe we haven't put enough in them. Maybe we need to put more than one trailer.
It's full this time.
What's full?
It is now, yeah.
What, the cow barn?
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's that. How many trailers did that take?
1 3/4.
Right. So we weren't far out the first time.
No.
speak to the council of getting a sidewalk put in this road.
Yeah. Yeah, but all them people walking up and down it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Getting points for everyone you hit.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this pasture doesn't need water.
Most of the animals that are in fields have water.
Well, they don't have any food. Oh. I guess they don't need this water tank. The animals need water.
What do the taps come under? Containers?
Yeah. Well, I guess I could sell this water tank.
Just gonna make a cup of tea, I'll be back in a bit.
Jesus.
You're on the wrong side of the road.
I beg to differ.
I was on the left.
More like the centre.
Yeah, I just got done turning off the other road. If you just slow down and abide by the speed limits, we wouldn't have these problems.
Speed limits are for wusses.
I don't want to hear the crying and when you end up upside down.
I ended up on my side when I was about 17, 18. In the middle of a cloud.
I've never been on my side or upside down.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I have an excellent driving record.
Should take time with them.
Yeah, you're looking all top heavy there.
What's that?
You're looking very top heavy there.
Yeah, it just kept going till it stopped loading.
I'm glad there was no collision on that tree branch.
You guys are dangerous to play with.
You stunk this fucking room out, you bet. Hey? What's the matter with you?
Good thing for map makers remember is make your tree branches high, not low.
Yeah. Or if you're going to make them low, make sure the collision's not on them.
Yeah.
I'll make an oops map, no trees.
Yeah, but very boring.
No trees. No deco.
Yeah,
No nothing.
Oops would have been happy with a flat field.
No buildings.
That's the entire map.
I'm back.
Ready?
Right.
Welcome back.
There was a map that had the whole, it was a standard size map and it was 4 fields with a one road north south, one road east west, and a little farm in the center. With
I
the
think
cell
somebody's
point.
done something very similar for 22.
Yeah. That was like his favorite map. And what you could use is like 45-meter cultivators and plows that go 15, 18, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it was starting to have an effect on him. He was starting to get a bit more realistic.
Or less cheaty.
Who are we talking about?
Farmer ifs.
Oh, right.
He hated every map we played.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
I don't understand why. I just seem to be getting so much. I'm not getting any triggers to do my animals, Walter.
You're not getting triggers for your animals?
Nope. Oh, hang on. No, here we go.
Have you joined a farm?
Oh, what? His animals? Do I have to join his farm?
Well, I'm not sure.
No, I
Well-
don't have to join his farm if he gives me a contract, do I?
Yeah, you'd have to join his farm to do the animals. Contractor just lets you use his equipment in his farm. I don't think it lets you take care of it.
Okay, right, fine. That's obviously what I've done wrong there. But I just wasn't getting any trigger for my water tank.
Yeah, there was that Russian map or Polish map. I think it was a Polish map we were playing. They had all the trees and islands and stuff. He kind of came around towards it.
Yeah.
He hated it at first, and then he kind of got beaten to submission to liking it. He still was disappointed no one would let him take the islands out of the fields, though.
Oh no. Well, you can't blame him for that, surely.
Like the fields that have the power poles in them, those are the fields I don't buy. They're too aggravating to try to farm around with the power poles in your way all the time. But I don't mind fields that have a little island or a pond or something in the center of them. Something that's like one object and you go around it, that's no big deal. But those ones that have all those power poles in them, they drive me nuts.
Yeah. There's on my map, if I keep it pretty true to life, then there's the really big pylons go through right east to west through the map.
Oh yeah, the high tension power lines.
Yeah. I'm thinking, nah.
No, put them in. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I want to see you build them in Blender from scratch so they're true to life.
There's another reason not to do it.
Well, so my philosophy is just make a map that's actually functional and then worry about doing anything fancy later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going more towards functional on this than realistic in terms of matching it up exactly, because I know I can't, because I haven't got the Blender skills. Plus, I know how aggravating it is when gateways don't actually let you into a field.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of those American maps that are released on sites that don't test anything, and they have a list of 5 billion things that this map will do, and none of them work. It's like, why don't you make a map, get it functional, and then if you want to add 1,400 different crops and corn drying and all the productions in the world, then do that after you got something that works first.
Yes.
Small steps.
Or in my case, very tiny, tiny ones.
Well, I haven't decided if I want to actually try to get my train to work, or since the tracks are in the map, and just move on to roads.
But why did you put the train on?
Why?
Yeah, it's a farming map.
Yeah, but the way the train is done in 19 and 22, the map literally, this is the real railroad that runs through it, and it has a spur line or spur that comes off for, I don't know what it is, a feed mill or something.
Mm.
So it's a true to life, it's a sell point, and you also get the ability to have a second sell point off the map. Yeah. I like the way the train is done like that. The way they did it in Sosnovka when they first came out with it. Use the train as a sell point.
Mm.
You know, I don't know. You guys use the rail system a lot different than they do over in North America. But North America, I mean, most of your rail lines are freight lines. especially when you get out in the farming communities. All the elevators and stuff are connected to rail, so
Well, it
it
makes
makes
sense in a country of your size.
it makes sense. Where I don't think you guys really transport a lot of goods by rail. It's more by ship overseas, isn't it?
Well, we do have quite a lot of freight on the rails, but yeah, probably could do with putting more on the rails, less on the roads.
Yeah.
Problem is, during the 60s, we had a guy called Beeching, and he shut so many of our railway lines. It's not real.
But also,
Well,
Doc,
yeah.
most of our rail freight is heavy. It's like ballast, you know, building materials, sand, ballast, coal, steel,
Yeah, but those commodities, I mean,
containers, masses of containers.
well, that's the worldwide shipping. You know, you stick whatever you want in a container and you ship it anywhere in the world.
Well, we have a hell of a lot of container traffic. But
Yeah,
also
a lot of
construction, a lot of steel products get moved by railway, like big rolls of steel come out the
coils.
steel mills on the coal trucks, and they get shipped to wherever.
See, most of that actually gets hauled by truck around here.
Well,
They don't do it with the rail line because it's not fast enough.
no,
They bring in the raw material for the steel mills, but they don't. The actual steel doesn't usually, unless it's going overseas or to a port. It doesn't. It usually is all hauled by truck.
Right. This is we get a lot of cars moved by rail.
Yeah.
And even a lot of some of the supermarkets have their own trains and run their own containers. And there's a haulage firm as well who's got rail hubs throughout the country, and
Got Stobarts.
Stobarts, yeah. He's got a depot in Crick. He's got another one down in Southampton, and he's got one up in just outside Manchester. Can't remember what it's called, but anyway, and he runs his own trains as well.
Where does all the steel go? Because you guys don't really manufacture anything in the UK anymore.
No, we still make cars over here and stuff like that, mate. And they still make, you know, the steel. There's a lot of steel buildings go up, and I would say most of that probably gets made over here.
We tend to manufacture high-end stuff these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's like the German philosophy, right? Whatever's going to be made in Germany is going to be top quality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, we still make minis.
But they quit making minis.
Jags, Land Rovers. We do Hondas, Nissans.
Well, that's like saying we make Toyotas here in America.
Yeah. Well,
we don't make them. We just put them together here.
They still make stuff, and then you got people like JCB.
Oh yeah.
You know, who make construction equipment and tractors and stuff.
Which JCB uses mostly, you know,
and their head
Italian powertrains and components.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it started, it was Ford.
What, JCB?
Yeah, then Ford powertrains.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was Leyland. Then they went to Perkins. And I think they still run Perkins.
Caterpillar owns Perkins.
But I think the hydrogen engine they made in-house, based on their original engine that was from the JCB. What do you call them? Backhoes.
Yeah, the fuel cell would have been a lot better than this electric car nonsense.
He said it was way too expensive.
Was it Iceland that went all in and put a whole slew of hydrogen stations everywhere?
I don't know. Not sure, Doc, about that.
I think it's like 10-something years ago when the fuel cell technology was the new thing, and
Oh, they put, you mean like filling up stations?
yeah, I think it was Iceland. They put out a big campaign, and basically everywhere you could get normal gas and diesel, they were gonna.
You could get hydrogen.
Yeah, you could get hydrogen. Well, I mean, I don't understand where you take hydrogen, you put it in your car, and your car basically releases oxygen and water like a plant.
Yep.
So wouldn't that be green energy?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't understand why they haven't gone down that route. I mean,
I mean, the
the
hydrogen.
JCB guy did a video, and basically what he said, they built a fuel cell excavator based on like a 25 ton or something like that, 26 ton
Curious excavator.
360, yeah. And they built it with that, but they also did one with a hydrogen powered engine.
Well, it would be pretty easy to make a hydrogen powered, construction machine, because it would be over the same principle. You put a fuel in a tank and you have an engine, and
yeah. Well, what he was saying about it was that the only extra costs to them to make their diesel hydrogen powered, bearing in mind it has exactly the same power output and torque of the diesel engine, and somehow or other they managed to fine tune it. And he said if you get out of the diesel and into the hydrogen, he said you won't tell any difference. He said the only thing is the hydrogen engine's quieter because it hasn't got the old diesel knock.
well,
it's running on spark plugs.
well, the hydrogen shouldn't. I mean, that would be a fuel cell. It wouldn't be a traditional engine.
No, it's a traditional engine.
Oh.
But they've converted it to hydrogen.
So it runs like a gasoline engine.
So it runs like a gasoline engine, but it's running on hydrogen. But what he said was that the cost to them to make the hydrogen engine was minuscule, because the only thing that was, he said, because we need a turbo, we need a cylinder head, we need this, we need valve gear, we need this, we need that. He said all we've done is made completely new stuff.
Are you sure that was hydrogen, or are you sure that wasn't propane? I mean,
no,
it's
propane, it's hydrogen.
Oh.
And what he was saying was that the cost of putting a fuel cell in and the weight of having all them batteries, because what he also said was that you cannot use the batteries as ballast because they have to be protected.
Well,
so he was still putting cast iron weights on the back of them. But even though the weight was a lot smaller than it was on a diesel engine version. The things still weighed like 3 or 4 ton more than the diesel equivalent.
Yeah,
and
but
the cost was astronomical compared to, you know, the difference between the diesel and buying a fuel cell. And that's why he went down that route. And he's built, they've made a fast track that is a long wheelbase, and it's basically an off-road truck. And it carries it's a refueler. So you pump the gas into the JCB, and it goes out into the construction site and fills up everything. And it carries enough fuel for it to fill up 4 machines. And then it goes back. And they've worked with British Oxygen, who are the people that supply the hydrogen. And they have produced trailers that brings the gas in at higher pressures than they normally carry it at, so that they don't need any pumps. So basically the tanker that arrives on site has got more pressure in it than the JCB needs, so that it fills the JCB up, and then the JCB just pulls alongside the other vehicles, and the JCB's got more pressure than the other vehicles need, and it just fills them up. There's no pumping, no nothing. It's just, and he did it on a static site, which was early on in the development, and they had a container that was pressurizing the gas, and he just pulled alongside with this, I think it was a load all, because they had a load all, a JCB, you know, backhoe, a digger, and a generator pack, massive generator pack in a container. But they all had the same engine, so they were all using the same engine that the JCB backhoe used. And he just pulled up alongside, and it was just like filling up my LPG van. You know, you put a pipe in, twisted it, boom, hit a button on the machine, and it filled it up. So it was and they've actually got a production line making them.
From what I heard, the reason that it was hydrogen was too hard to make. They couldn't make enough of it to replace gasoline.
Well, apparently the Japanese have got a system that they've just developed, which apparently makes hydrogen like it's going out of fashion.
Well, I guess the best way to make hydrogen is for nuclear power plants. You can make it through a nuclear power plant.
Which is what I think the Japs were doing.
Yeah, they got a lot over there. They're not afraid of them.
But they also reckon that you can do it with solar.
Solar? Get rid of those stupid solar panels.
But obviously not in this country. They're obviously talking about places like Africa and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you're out in the desert where you don't have any cloud cover.
Yeah, they reckon
What?
it can be.
You want?
What he was saying was that some of the vehicles that they sell are doing 16 hours a day, solid. He said he wouldn't get that kind of performance out of an electric vehicle.
Oh God, no, never in a million years.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how you expect it? Your off-road machines are going to have to remain diesel, or maybe hydrogen, but something that can be easily replenished, because you can't. a lot of places you have construction equipment, you don't have access to power,
Yep.
you know, to the electrical grid.
Yep. But that's what he was saying. That's why he's developed the whole fueling concept, so that it doesn't need any kind of anything else other than what's on the vehicles to be able to refuel them.
The most ironic thing is that all the coal mines,
Yep.
the giant coal shovels,
Yep.
they're hardwired into the electrical system. They're all electric.
Yeah. But they don't move, do they?
Well, no, they don't go anywhere. They have this giant.
They don't go very far. Yeah.
They have a giant extension cord that goes along with them.
But that's been like that for ages, isn't it? You're talking about the great big drag line things, isn't it?
Yep. The giant mining machine, because they don't, like you said, they don't go anywhere. You know,
they've been electric for decades.
Yeah, they use electricity because electricity and electric motors give you greater variability in torque than hydraulics.
Well, not only that, the size of them things. Look at the engines they need to produce that kind of power.
No, the only reason we use engines is because
whereas if you make it electric, you can have motors doing just one thing, like slewing it, or lifting the jib, or lifting the bucket, or pulling in the drag line.
Well, that's why
you don't need one power unit to power the lot.
Well, that's why the locomotives are electric, diesel electric. They just need the diesel engine to make the electricity because they need the electricity to get the torque.
Yeah.
The big payloaders, John Deere's talking about making an electric drive tractor. They're big articulated tractors, making them electric drive.
From diesel.
No, they're going to be diesel tractors,
but they're going to be like a power plant instead of gearboxes.
Yeah.
All right, lads, I'm gonna have to drop off here for supper.
Okay, mate.
All right, mate. Thanks very much.
Thank you. You're gonna be on much longer, or?
No, actually.
No.
Gonna have to go to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, no. You should stay inside. Call in cold.
Bring myself up in the morning. So can't come in today, boss. It's too cold.
Well, yeah.
There you go. See, you're learning.
Yeah, just call your client. Tell him, hey, van won't start. It's too cold. Said no.
It's not too cold. It's got actually.